do 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 do. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How we doing out there? How are we doing on this beautiful Saturday morning? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. This is your Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will. Here to bring you the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. My back is killing me. I don't know what I did to my back, but oh God, I feel like I'm getting old. Hence why I'm sitting down today in the chair, relaxing. Terrible timing, too. I got a big birthday party to throw today. Big 5-year-old birthday party to throw today. Lots of pressure. Huge expectations, you know. You can't screw anything up. You can't do it. Only turn 5 once, you know. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Oh my God, my back. How you guys doing this morning? Jamie's in the house. What up? Good morning. Mont's here. Good morning, Mont. Ready for the Saturday morning zombie session? Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping Steps gets here soon. He's supposed to be here. He told me he'd be here. Yeah, it's the afternoon where you are. That is interesting. That is very interesting. It's 4:30 a.m. where I am at, yet it's the afternoon where you're at. Oh, no, I'm hoping Steps gets here so then he could just take control of things. I'll just sit back, relax, listen to whatever he's got to say. Mail it in, you know. Hey, we're less than 250 people away from 10,000. How about that? Yes. That is awesome. That is awesome. Woo. Patriots here. Good morning, Patriot. How we doing? How we doing? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm tired. I ended up staying up late last night. We had my parents got into town. They're staying with us because of the big party today. So yeah, I ended up staying up later last night. I watched the beginning of Happy Gilmore too. It wasn't as cheesy as I thought it was gonna be. I mean, it kind of is, but it wasn't like over the top. I don't know. I only watched like 15 minutes of it, so want to watch the rest of it today. Or that's the plan. We'll see. We'll see what happens today. I don't know when Step's gonna be here. I think Step thinks we start at 5 today. He doesn't know that we're the most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet. We ain't starting at 5 in the morning anymore. It's 4:30 all day, every day. I probably should start at 5. Let's be honest. Let's go through some sports news while we wait for Steps to get in here. You know how long it's been since I've seen Steps on the show? Or since you guys have seen Step on the show? I had both my front teeth when he was here last. And that's been almost 4 weeks now. Ugh. Dude, the A's need to trade this guy ASAP and get some value for him because he's being wasted. You guys see this dude? Nick Kurtz. Gotta say that one slowly. Just put up one of the greatest offensive games in MLB history, and he's a rookie. He went 6 for 6 last night. 4 dingers, 8 RBIs, 19 total bases. He's the first player ever in A's history with a 4-run game. Or a 4 home run game, sorry. Holy cow. The A's beat the brakes off of Houston, too. They need to trade him immediately. He's being wasted. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. What up, B-Mac? Steps might not make it. You couldn't make it to Crick's show last night due to camera issues. What the hell? Well, he didn't text me. He's usually pretty good at texting me. He's not going to do it. You better have figured that camera issues out. Oh, yeah. That's delicious. Good coffee this morning. Yeah, crazy game here, though. Crazy game. 4 home runs. What do you do the next time you're up? Right? Watch this one. Look at that. Oh, God, dude. He slapped the shit out of it, too. Line drive. He just got a hold of it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. He's like, holy cow. What are we witnessing? What are we witnessing? This dude over here is ready to party. That's crazy. Breaks my heart to see the Disastros get hammered. Oh, I love the sarcasm. 8 ribbies too, man. Hey, I wanted to ask you guys about this. I want to ask Beardo about this. This is top 30 QBs of all time by analyst Dave Hellman. I got no issue with number 1. My issue with this is Mahomes. Now, I know he's got the Super Bowls over Manning, but are we really putting Mahomes at this point in his career? I'm not saying at the end of his career he couldn't be ahead of Peyton Manning, but are we really putting Mahomes ahead of Peyton Manning already? What do you guys think? I don't know. Because Peyton Manning, well, the stuff he did at the front line, or, up at the line, checking, switching into different plays, just picking apart defenses. I know Mahomes is good, but Manning was on another level with that stuff. I feel like it's too early. I feel like Mahomes definitely can pass Manning. I don't know if he's there yet, though. I'm curious what you guys think. I know what Beardo's going to say. He's going to say, no way. No way, dude. Absolutely not. The rest of this is kind of interesting. It was interesting to see Rodgers and Breeze up there, but then now that I look at this, I'm like, yeah, well, you're right. Yep. That kind of makes sense. I can't believe McNabb made the list all the way at 30. Step says he's on his way. He's on his way. Yeah, I'm curious what you guys think. Let's see. We got Kurt Warner at 23. There's no way. Okay, I just read through I didn't even look past 5 on this list. Number 20, Lamar. Is that Lamar? Is Lamar Jackson? If that's the case, get this out of here. Lamar Jackson is not the 20th best QB of all time. Get that out of here. What are we doing? You're going to put Lamar ahead of Kurt Warner? And he already has Josh Allen on this list. What are we doing? This is the 30 greatest QBs of all time. These guys are way too young in their career to be on this. Mannings are all overrated, said Patriots. Interesting. We'll get Steps' opinion on this when he gets here. We'll get Steps' opinion on this. I think that's crazy. I also think okay, this list is dumb. He's got Eli Manning 29. No one thinks Eli Manning is the 29th best quarterback of all time. He's in one game. What was he, 500 or one game above 500 for his career? Get out of here. Get out of here with that. No way. I say that, and then here's this stat about Lamar and Allen. The two best 5-year runs ever without a Super Bowl appearance happened side by side. You had the Bills that went 61-22 over the last 5 years, and the Ravens that went 54-30. Neither of them made it to the Super Bowl. That is wild. That is wild. But I'm not saying these two can't can't make that list. I just feel it's way too early in their career to put them on that list. Why is McNabb on that list? That's a good point. McNabb, as much as I love McNabb, he was a mediocre quarterback. Him and his mom made good soup, though. They made good soup. Oh, well, I'm tired. Early on this Saturday, you know?
Patrick Mahomes. Oh man, is he the greatest quarterback?
Is Patrick the greatest quarterback?
Ooh.
Patrick Mahomes. Oh man, is he the greatest quarterback, like of all time?
Up to you. You can hedge it how you want.
What? What did you? What a generic question to ask. It's too early in his career to talk about that.
I mean, well, I would say he's a great quarterback. I say, like greatest of all time. I think that's still like reserved for Brady.
Even Tyrann Mathieu knows.
And I think with Brady, like that's just longevity. That's respect. That's just playing.
It's not just longevity. Not just longevity. Come on now. Brady destroyed that KC team in the Super Bowl. That great KC defense.
Against this guy, on the biggest stages. Like he was one of the most competitive, accurate. Like he just had like a single mindset to win.
Bold move by him, by the way, to make his drapes in the background. What are we doing?
Win by any means necessary, and like he was always a challenge to go up against. I think, being the greatest.
I don't think about this much, but there's all these sports shows out there. And you get these highly produced shows. Obviously, this one's from FanDuel TV. The mainstream media is just a joke. This is the type of show you get from mainstream media nowadays. This is why independent creators are just exploding, dominating. Look at Millie Goats in them. They're in the number 3 sports podcasts on their podcast feed across the platforms. It's because you get stuff like what are we doing? We're talking about is Mahomes the greatest of all time? No. Dude's not even maybe halfway through his career. Stop it. What are we doing?
Of all time is like, I don't think it's like a 8, 9, 10-year thing. I think if Pat like is able to get to like year 15, year 16, I think at that point maybe he'll be the greatest of all time. But I think Brady and just everything he accomplished and just a touch.
Mahomes can get to year 15, 16, hell, 70. He ain't it. He ain't it. We all know who it is. Hey, look at this. We finally have a resolution to this Bengals situation. The Bengals and Shamar Stewart reached an agreement or a compromise to get him signed. He finally signed his contract, his rookie deal, their first round draft pick. Stewart agreed to the contract language that could void future guarantees for injury related reasons, which is what Cincy wanted. In return, the team moved up roughly $500,000 of his signing bonus to be paid out immediately. So I think he had like a $16-ish million rookie contract. They ended up giving him like 10.5 of it in guarantees at signing. So he gets paid. Yeah, you're just in time, grass guy. We're talking all things Brady, the GOAT. But yeah, good for them. Finally got their guy signed. He was the last first round pick to sign because they had contract disputes and whatnot. But he gets paid. Let me see what's going on. Let's see what Steps is saying. He gets paid. I guess Steps is having a problem with StreamYard. StreamYard's been weird lately. Did you guys see this story? Oh. At least 100 NFL players face penalty over Super Bowl tickets. What are we doing? Under an agreement between the league and the NFL Players Association, players who violated the rule will be fined 1.5 times their face ticket value and lose their allotted tickets for the next 2 Super Bowls. If they're playing in the game, the players have the chance to purchase tickets. What these players were doing was they get allotted, and these are Chiefs players, I'm guessing. They get allotted Super Bowl tickets, and then they resell them for more than what the ticket costs, which they can't do according to the agreement. What are they doing? What are they making an extra 5, even extra? Say they made an extra five grand, which is crazy, off of it. What are you doing? Selling a Super Bowl ticket, try to get an extra 5 grand. You're in the NFL. You're in the Super Bowl. You're making $35,000 every playoff game. What do you need to nickel and dime people for? More than supporting. I'm trying to convince Steps just to hop in here without a camera. He doesn't need it. We just need to hear his beautiful voice. But yeah, I find this strange. This story. Now, if it's like 1 or 2 guys, okay, but 100 NFL players? Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're not in the Super Bowl, you don't get Super Bowl tickets. Maybe the NFL players that don't make the Super Bowl, maybe they get early access to Super Bowl tickets. I don't know what it is. But that's like pretty much the whole team for both Super Bowl teams. It's weird. Atta baby sporting. That's what I like to hear. Surgery went well, recovering with almost no pain. I know he could at least chat. He can come in without audio or without video. It's fine. We just need the audio. We'll see if he ends up coming in. Making excuses, man. Steps. Come on, dude. What are you doing? I like this. How strong do you like your copy? I want it to show up on a drug test. Jamie says a lot of top level sports players could sell their grannies for an extra 5 grand. They act as if they might have a career ending injury tomorrow, wouldn't be able to get a job coaching or such. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know. It's interesting. That is interesting. I just find it strange because even if you're one of the lower end guys, barely made the team, you're just the guy that suits up but doesn't play. First of all, you're still making, I think, the league minimum is $750,000. But in the playoffs, I'm pretty sure it's something like every game you play in the playoffs is like $35,000. So if you make the Super Bowl, you're probably playing 4 games. I mean, you're getting over an extra $100,000. And now you're selling your Super Bowl tickets to make it extra few $1,000s. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I thought this was a funny story. Soccer and WNBA were profitable yesterday. MLB not so much. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta take a look. I didn't end up betting the MLB yesterday. I was busy. Gotta look. It seems like it was a rough day. Oh. But this is an interesting story. When Aaron Rodgers realized the toilet in his and DK Metcalf's suite flushed loudly, Rodgers told Metcalf, "At night, if we go to piss, just don't flush the toilet." 9:30 Wednesday night, DK texts him, "You asleep yet?" Aaron wasn't. He says, "Bet I'm about to flush the toilet." These guys have made like over $500 million together in their career, and they're at training camp having to share a toilet. What kind of facility are they staying at? You know, I don't know how big this is in U.S. sports, but in association football players spend millions on sports betting. The bookies' biggest customers are washed-up ex-players. Yeah, we do have a lot of not just football, but ex-athletes that like to gamble a lot. Sporting Goods did a 1 unit per leg round robin, 3 WNBA spreads, and all hit. Made 13 units. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. There you go. That's what we like to see. But yeah, these dudes are making hundreds of millions of dollars, or have made hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're sharing a toilet at training camp. Oh, kind of crazy. I wonder where a Steelers training camp is at. Grass guy says it hit a 4-leg last night for 10x return. Oh baby, what was that? MLB? Had to be MLB. I know, Grass guy, you ain't hitting a 4-leg, or you aren't placing a 4-leg parlay on WNBA. Oh baby, that's what I like to hear. Oh, dude, my back is just Arla Koss, good morning. Good morning, Will and gang. How's America doing these days? We're doing amazing. Stock market at all-time highs. We're taking billions and billions in tariffs. We're making America great again. We're doing good. Steps says, "What I get for having a Mac. Now I can't get the fucking thing to cut back on. It says it's updating, but it's not moving." Told him I have a Mac too. We'll see. We'll see if Steps can make it in. Morning, No Skin. How we doing? We're doing so much winning. So much winning. We're getting sick of winning. The Yankees. Everyone thought the Yankees were waiting to see the Yankees make moves. They need a third baseman. Everyone thought they were going to go for Arizona's third baseman, the highly coveted trade in free agency. But no, the Yankees go and they do a deal with the Rockies. They get third baseman Ryan McMahon. Huh. Well, they made a move. Maybe they're not done yet. Dominoes are falling, though. We're going to start seeing more and more trades over the weekend. It's one of those things like, and like, usually we don't see trades until like right up to the deadline. But now teams are just going for it, making moves. It kicked off with the Mariners the other day, acquiring the Diamondbacks first baseman. It's like in fantasy football, when you're doing your draft and you're in like the 5th round and someone starts taking a tight end and everyone gets panicked because, well, the first tight end went. Now the next one's got to go or else someone else might snag it. So everyone starts taking tight ends. That's kind of how MLB trade season's going this year. I have a feeling we're going to see over the weekend, over today and tomorrow, we're going to see a lot of trades go down. No skin says too much investigating, not enough arrests. That's right. Salty was saying Rumble sponsors are getting spooked. How so? I'm curious about that. How so? Blue Jays are winning. Yeah. Blue Jays are on a roll. But yeah, how so? What's Salty saying about the Rumble sponsors? That's interesting. As long as Rumble doesn't go below $3 per share, we'll still be profitable. You got them at $3 per share. That is amazing. This is not financial advice, but it seems like every time, especially when Rumble has something big that they're implementing, which they're doing all the time, every quarter when they do their announcement of earnings and stuff like that, I feel like Rumble stock always jumps. How many times have we seen it jump up to like $14, $15 a share, and then it comes back down to like $9? So I feel like if you bought in and then you wait for like the Rumble's earnings and they crush it, and then everyone gets excited, or they announce a new deal, like when they announce their teamwork with Tether and whatnot, it just spikes up. And if you sold after that, after a couple of days of it just spiking up, and you just wait for it to come back down and settle in where it's ultimately seems to be hanging around. No Skin says pressure tactics and smear propaganda are spooking sponsors. Yeah, that seems to be the case here on Rumble. I get that with sponsors. At least it's that though, and they don't have concerns over other issues of like, who knows what other issues, but like if it's just the pressure tactics and smear propaganda, it eventually will work itself out, and those sponsors will come back. Oh, Blue Jays are down to 37 cents against the Tigers. Seems really low considering Blue Jays' recent form and the weird funk the Tigers have been in. Big picture matchup, maybe. Let's see. Well, yeah, you have this future Cy Young winner, Tariq Skubal, pitching today, so that's why the Tigers are favored. If anything, you just bet the under. Don't worry about who wins. Bet the under. But yeah, you got Tariq Skubal pitching today, so that's why they're such massive favorites. No Skin says Rumble will be just fine. Yeah, we ain't worried about it. We ain't worried about it here over on Rumble. We're gonna be all good. All good. Sporting says I've been selling calls against my shares when price spikes. Cash in when it falls back down. Atta baby. Atta baby. Not financial advice, but that is some great work by you, Sporting. Dude, check out this catch from Jamar Chase. Just casually catches it one hand. I mean, no big deal. Look at this. He just goes. Perfectly thrown ball. Beats 2 defenders. One-handed. Snags it up against his chest. Although, is he in? Looks to be in to me. We'll see. Hold on. Yeah, he's in. He's in. Blue Jays Tigers under 7. That's probably a better bet than trying to figure out who's going to win that game. Sports has got to gamble with IRA money. Can't use it for 20 years anyways. Atta baby. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. The Braves and Reds. This is crazy. I was going to ask Steps about this if he ever ends up showing up. The Braves and Reds are going to, and on August 2nd, I think it is, are going to play a game at a NASCAR track. Look at that. That is so cool. That'd be cool if they had cars racing around them while the game's going on. How cool is that, though? Hope Joe Cool can make playoffs, though. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Look at this thing, though. It just shows you how big these NASCAR tracks are. You fit a whole MLB, basically stadium. It's not a stadium, but you know what I mean? Like, because they have seats here for the fans and whatnot right around here. You can fit that inside a NASCAR track. That's going to be a fun game. Imagine going to that. We got to get Steps to go to it so he can report live to us. Maybe his phone will work since his computer isn't. Bristol is awesome. That's a small track too. That's a small NASCAR track? What? No way. If the Blue Jays can win today, serious money will have to go their way. They are now 20 games above 500 and top spot in the whole league. We have a few Joe Carters in our lineup. It's called a diamond, most pro. Look at that diamond down there. Look at the diamond. Is that better? It's a 1 mile track. A 1 mile is that? So is that small? Either way, great idea by them. Also goes to show, look what private business can do. Imagine if the government had put this on. Oh God, could you imagine the government trying to get this product, trying to get a working baseball diamond in a NASCAR track like this? They would have screwed it up. They would have screwed it up for sure. Been to a night race there. It's awesome. Ooh. I've never been to a NASCAR race. That'd be a fun thing to do. Throw it on the old bucket list. I think it'd be fun to go to F1 race too. Go down to Vegas and watch one. Too many caution flags. Okay. But this is a pretty cool idea. We don't have to imagine government screwing things up. We live it every day. That's true. Doesn't matter if it's Canada, America, Mexico. It doesn't matter. Government's gonna government. Oh. Check this out. Linebacker Jordan Hicks is retiring from the NFL after 10 seasons. He started 131 games in his career with the Eagles, Cardinals, Vikings, and Browns. finishing with 952 tackles, 13 interceptions, and 6.5 sacks. How about the not guilty verdict for the 5 hockey players? Yeah, that's great. That's great. Sad that their careers got destroyed over what seems to be BS allegations. I guess we can officially say that since they got acquitted. Let's see. We got this story. Dolphins are signing ex-Raider cornerback Jack Jones after Artie Burns tore his ACL. The Dolphins, who need some secondary help already, have reached out and signed free agent cornerback Jack Jones. The Raiders released Jones back in April after attempts to trade him were unsuccessful. I think that just means we bet over in Dolphins games. Just bet the over.
You got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away?
Bombs away. Paige was in it. I saw her part. She was in Happy Gilmore too. I saw her part. It's crazy. You go shoot. You spend a whole day shooting your scenes, and she's in there for like very, very little clips of it. She should have done that though. She should have shown Happy how to swing. Showed her the tickle bitties swing. Any thoughts on the Hall of Fame game next week? Never too early for Lions to start choking. I'm waiting. One thing I'm looking at, I want to bet the under. And I'm waiting for a 34. Let's see what it's at. Let's see what it's at. It's at 33. I'm hoping it gets to 34. If it gets to 34, I'll bet the under. Which I think it will get there because everyone's going to look at this and be like, a Lions game? Not at 30. A Lions game, of course the Lions are going to go over. But it's a preseason game. And these preseason games always go way under. But I'm waiting for a 34. And if it gets there, I'm taking it. If not, we'll pass. Other than that, in the Hall of Fame game, right now the Lions are minus 1 point favorites. Wait till you get a 2. Whoever, it doesn't matter which team, just wait for a 2. Because in these preseason games, these teams go for it at the very end. They don't care. So, like, if it's 17-10 and a team scores a touchdown in the last minute of the game, they're going to go for 2. Because it's a preseason game. It don't matter. Thank you for reposting the show, No Skin. They're gonna go for 2. It's just how it is. And so the game is gonna land 1 either way. So if you can get a +2 on the Chargers there, take it. I doubt they'll let you do this, but if you can, just tease the Chargers and the under. Thank me later. Arla says our judicial system is a joke. The Chargers should have never been laid. Our country is getting ready to sentence the 2 people charged with organizing more like helping the truckers convoy 7 to 8 years. Yeah, I saw that. That is ridiculous. Grass Guy says I can't bring myself to bet on preseason games. Just wait till we get to Thursday. You're gonna get the itch. We all get the itch. Robert Barnes at sportspicks.locals.com had a plus 600 soccer bet come through and a plus 700 last week. Fun to win the long shots. Yeah, he's pretty good at those. Patriot reposting the video. That's what I like to hear. Or that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Appreciate it. Appreciate the sport. I guess we'll go through what happened in baseball yesterday, since our MLB expert's not showing up. All right. The Marlins defeat the Brewers yesterday. The Fish. Look at that. The Fish get it done yesterday. 5-1 victory over the Brewers. Crazy. Diamondbacks Pirates, man. I know a lot of sharp bettors were taking the Pirates in this series because the Diamondbacks are just selling off all their pieces. But you got to remember, it's still the Pirates, and they got Paul Skeens pitching Sunday. So the idea, the series price was minus 110. I saw a lot of sharp bettors, and I was listening to them make the argument, but I'm like, it's still the Pirates, man. The Pirates can't put up runs, and look at this. Took 11 innings, and it's a 1-0 game. What are we doing? Maybe we just got to bet the teams that trade players away, because look at this. The Rockies traded their third baseman away to the Yankees yesterday, and they come out and get a 6-5 victory over the Orioles. Patriot says, sprinkle on the halftime tie for viewing value. Ooh, that's a good idea for the preseason game. That is a good idea. Jamie says, can you go through the magic numbers for NFL spreads in the regular season? Like, why a half point makes a big difference at +3? Yeah, we'll do that after we recap baseball. Yeah, Portland came through last night, took a +0.5 on them. So I won last, but hedged against the possibility of BS last minute goal. That's smart. That's smart. Good morning, Anna, over on the kick side of things. Good morning. Steps wouldn't get on Cricket Show last night either. Camera issues. I know. What's he doing, you know? Just get on here. We don't need to see. He can just do this. He could just go logo like this. You know what I mean? What are we doing, Steps? Is Steps back to work yet? Yeah, he is. Grass Guy says he missed Cricket Show last night. I forget he does a Friday show too. Friday night show. The Phillies defeat the Yankees 12-5. Yankees are just getting their ass kicked, man. Dodgers get a win, though. 5-2 victory over the Red Sox. Reds defeat the Rays 7-2. Blue Jays are just keeping that hot streak going. Yankees keep losing. Blue Jays keep winning. What's going on here? Blue Jays 6-2 victory over the Tigers. Tigers at one point of the season had the best record in baseball. Not so much. Blue Jays have taken over that title. Cricket did well with the home run parlay. There we go. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. The Cardinals beat the Padres 3-0. Anna over on the kick side of things says, can I follow you? Yeah, hit the follow button. Appreciate it. Cardinals 3-0 victory over the Padres. White Sox, dude, the Chicago White Sox have put up like 60 runs since the All-Star break last week. Or a couple weeks ago. 60 runs. No, it was last week. Yeah, we started last Friday, didn't we? It's insane. 12-5 victory over the Cubs. Rangers. I see now why it was a rough day in baseball yesterday. Look at all these shocking wins. Rangers defeat the Braves 8-3. Evaldi, baby. Game doesn't go under, but this man, 8-3 on the season, 1.5 ERA. Stud. The A's 15-3 victory over the Astros with their young stud out there, their young rookie who put up 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, 19 total bases, just a stud. Twins defeat the Nationals 1-0. Angels defeat the Mariners 3-2. What did I tell you about this series? In this series, I said just take. I wish I would have bet it yesterday. I go, whoever's the dog, just take it. The Mariners in game 1 were a plus 120 dog. They won. The Angels were a plus 120 dog yesterday and beat the Mariners 3-2. It's just one of those funky series like that. I just had a feeling about it, and it's coming true. Mets defeat the Giants 8-1. Mets defeat the Giants 8-1. Here's what we got going today. We're going to start things off with the Phillies and the Yankees early morning baseball. Phillies minus 119, Yankees even money, sharp money, big money, and an Action Network expert all lined up on the Yankees here. 52% of the bet, 65% of the money on the Yankees. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Padres, Cardinals, Padres, sharp money, big money, and an Action Network expert all lined up on the Padres. 55% of the bet, 77% of the money on San Diego. Guardians and the Royals. Royals minus 118 home favorites. Sharp money, big money on the Guardians there. 53% of the bet, 70% of the money on the Guardians. Blue Jays, Tigers. Look at this. Tigers are minus 200 favorites. Blue Jays plus 165. And they got big money and an Action Network expert on them, even though Tariq Skubal is pitching for the Tigers today. 51% of the bets, 77% of the money is on the Blue Jays. I think it's just a value bet. Ohtani going to hit 50 home runs this year. Probably. What's he at? Like 30, 38, 39? Rays, Reds minus 120. Even money for the Rays. Sharp money, big money on the Reds. 70% of the bets, 87% of the money on Cincinnati. Rockies, Orioles minus 275 favorites. Sharp money and big money back in the Rockies today with 26% of the bets and 36% of the overall money on the Rockies. People liking some of these dogs today. That was a bold move, Cotton. We'll see how it works out. Mets, Giants. Giants minus 118, Mets minus 102. Sharp money on the Mets, 65% of the money back in New York today. I think you mean the Indians, maybe the old. Did they win yesterday? We only call them the Indians if they won. Did they win yesterday? Let's see. They didn't play yesterday. Nope. The last game the Guardians played, they lost. So they're the Guardians. When they win, we call them the Indians. You know what's crazy? The Guardians are 51-51 on the season. They're 25-25 at home. They're 26-26 on the road. They if you go back to last season, they're like 500. And if you go back to the last like 3 seasons, they're like 500. Maybe one game above 500. How crazy is that? I even looked yesterday. How do they do on Fridays? They're one game above 500 over the last year. So if anything, today's the day to bet the Guardians. So they can keep their 500 streak going. Diamondbacks, Pirates. Diamondbacks minus 135. Pirates plus 115. Sharp money, big money on the Diamondbacks. Action Network expert likes the Pirates. 83% of the money is on Arizona, though. Braves, Rangers minus 120. Braves plus 105. Sharp money on the Rangers. 74% of the overall money on the Texans there. Cubs, White Sox. Cubbies minus 190. White Sox plus 165. Sharp money on the Cubs. 76% of the money on the Cubbies there. Nationals and Twinkies. Twins minus 225 favorites. Nationals plus 190. Sharp money on the Nationals, but 76% of the overall money is on Minnesota. Dodgers and Red Sox. Red Sox minus 150. Dodgers plus 125. Big money on the Dodgers with 74% of the overall money back in LA. Marlins, Brewers. Brewers minus 165. Marlins plus 140. Sharp money on the Marlins. Big money on the Brew Crew. 81% of the overall money is on the Brewers. A's, Astros. Astros minus 210. A's plus 175. Sharp money on the Astros. Action Network expert likes the A's, though. 75% of the overall money is on Houston. In the night game, Mariners, Angels. Mariners minus 150. Angels plus 125. 60% of the money is on the Mariners. What I tell you, you just take the Angels plus 125. Just take whoever the dog is in the series. And there you have it. That'll wrap up the MLB today on this beautiful Saturday. 2 Guardians Royals game today, perhaps a system fader for the game too. Yeah, keep an eye out on that. Keep an eye out on that. Oh man. His system play hasn't worked out well this year. Yeah, but you know, it eventually works itself out. Eventually works itself out. Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get steps today, but I was gonna play this when he got here in his honor.
Any triple in the series? Yes. I almost would have bet no triple plus 125.
That's a good. I would bet that.
I gotta leave these in the little list over here so I can remember to bet these.
That's a good bet.
I am gonna bet that for sure, 100%.
Because how often does a triple happen? And 2, most of the time it's just someone taking a base on a throw.
This is my favorite bet in the entire World Series.
I do like that.
No triples in the World Series plus 125. That's my favorite bet in the entire World Series.
A few moments later.
Think about 3 as Verdugo can't play it cleanly. Freeman's into third. A base hit turns into 3.
Yeah!
Who's retarded now?
Yeah!
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
Something say Steps has never recovered from that. And clearly today it's showing. The man is too nervous to come on anymore. It's okay, man. You just lost a bet. It's fine. It's fine. Just one bet. Oh, man. All right. Well, we're going to call it there. I was going to go over the Colts, but I kind of want to go over the Colts with Steps. And my back is killing me, man. My back is killing me. So I don't think I can sit here and get through the Colts with you guys. Lazy. But we'll call that for the show for today. Sorry, it's not a long show, but we got 15 minutes in, right? My MLB expert, we'll see if I can get his camera working. Might have to send this dude a new camera. Get his shit together. I might need to buy him a whole new computer setup. I don't know. But we're in the heart of the MLB season. I can't get my MLB expert on. What are we doing? But I'll catch you guys later. Probably be on either later tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. I got family in town and whatnot. Got to get these hours in though. I'm only a couple hours away from finishing the requirements for the season. So I will be seeing you guys at some point. It's Steps' mom's fault. She hasn't ran to the basement to wake Steps up. Steps is awake. He's texting me. He just can't get his computer to work and his camera to work. I told him not to worry about the camera, but we'll see. He likes to come on here and show off his beautiful face. But I'll catch you guys later. Hope you guys have a good Saturday. I hope you guys are cashing all your bets while I am hosting a 5-year-old birthday party. And I'll see you guys later. But until then, good luck, good gambling, and game on.